ready to get started with our first session of the day. Fantastic! That right there is some premium payment gateway applause. On that note, alright, I would now like to invite to the stage Harshil Mathur, who is the co-founder and CEO, because 9 years ago Harshil Mathur and Shashank Kumar were just two young men with a dream in Jaipur, and here we are today. So Harshil, please take over and disrupt this stage. Oh, here you are. Thank you. Well disrupted.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here today with all of you, the thousands of folks who are joining us online from all around the world. You know, recently I was in the US for a couple of weeks, and I had an interesting experience. I realized it was the first time in last 4 years that I had to go to an ATM to withdraw cash. And around the same time, the French President Macron was in my hometown Jaipur. And while he visited the iconic Hawa Mahal and the Amber Fort, he also did an unusual thing. Accompanied by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, he paid for tea using UPI on his phone. So while I was withdrawing cash in US to pay for my coffee, the French president was in my hometown paying for tea with UPI. And this is the real power of New India. Today, India is the fastest growing FinTech market in the world. India recorded over 91 billion digital payment transactions in 2023. To give you an idea, this exceeds the transactions done by US, UK, Germany, and France combined. What else was India up to last year? Well, according to data on Razorpay platform, we traveled by air like never before. We took a well-deserved holiday break. We ate a lot out in restaurants, but we took care of our health too. But amazingly, a lot of this growth came beyond the metros. Government initiatives such as Digital India, Make in India, and Startup India have really changed the way digital payments happen in this country and reignited the entrepreneurial zeal. With all of this, while you grew and your businesses grew, Razorpay grew along with you. And today, I'm proud to announce that we have achieved an annualized total payment volume of $150 billion. And with this achievement, Razorpay becomes the market leader in India's digital payment processing industry. Now looking at the future, the Finance Ministry's latest monthly economic review states that India is likely to become the third largest economy in the world with a GDP of $7 trillion by 2030. And I believe the India digital P2M market will hit $4 trillion in the same time. That's an exponential growth. And this growth will require businesses to reinvent their financial spine so that they can thrive and not just survive through uncertain times. And so at Razorpay, our long-standing mission is simple. We want to be the one-stop money movement platform for all disruptors. We want to ensure that the entire money flow in your organization is made extremely simple, accessible, scalable, and secure. So founders like you can go ahead and disrupt the Indian economy with new ideas, new products, first of its kind experiences, and new jobs. And in our bid to fulfilling that mission, we have pivoted ourselves over the years from being a payment gateway company to a multi-product company. We take care of everything from online payments to recurring payments to in-person payments to payouts to payroll to gift cards to treasury and so much more. And today we are India's only full-stack financial company for businesses. Let me give you an example of how Razorpay works for you. Let's look at Decathlon, one of India's popular sports retailers. Decathlon is a pioneering omnichannel retailer with online presence and dozens of mega brick and mortar stores. They have this amazing self-checkout ready RFID devices where customers can pay instantly with Razorpay POS and skip the queue. When it comes to its online website and app, they use Razorpay payments to have highest success rates and maximize conversions. Their online customers also use Razorpay's affordability widget, which provides EMI options to its buyers. And inside the store, they use Razorpay Bill Me to provide an integrated digital billing experience to all their customers. And last but not the least, we provide them with a loyalty and gift card suite to drive engagement and loyalty with their users. This is the power of Razorpay Stack, simplifying complex financial structures simplifying complex financial structures and running a marathon for the success of decathlon. Looking further, India continues to be a pioneer in the FinTech ecosystem. India's UPI has become the go-to model for FinTech ecosystem. It's already been adopted by 7 countries, including France, UAE, Singapore, and Mauritius. At Razorpay, we have also started increasing our global footprint. With Collect by Razorpay, we combine India's world-class FinTech capabilities with a deep understanding of the Malaysian market. We're not just building for India, we're building for the world, and we're just starting. As our economy grows and digital payments grow, trust and safety will be important to safeguard the health of this ecosystem. RBI has done a fantastic job in ensuring safety of the digital economy. So whether it is about robust governance or digital security standards, the RBI has had the vision and foresight to set guidelines for us all. And at Razorpay, we've always been proactive in upholding the highest standards of governance, risk, and compliance. Last year, we became one of the first companies to set up an advisory board to build industry-first practices on governance and compliance, with former Executive Director of RBI, Mr. G. Padmanabhan, as the chairman of the board. And to help our law enforcement agencies, we set up a dedicated fraud complaint and redressal portal. We've not merely complied, but we stayed ahead of the curve. And in December, we became one of the first companies to get the RBI's payment aggregator authorization. The entire Razorpay team is deeply committed to building great products, shaping unique experiences, and solving your problems. And we want to do it all while ensuring the safety of the digital finance ecosystem. With that said, I would like to call on stage my co-founder and friend, Shashank Kumar, to take a few minutes to talk about what all we have done over the last 1 year.
Thanks, Harshil. And hello, everyone. Never stop innovating. That is the commitment we have held dear at Razorpay since 2014. We are innovating to change the lives of millions of businesses and consumers in India. This mindset has helped us not just stay on top of industry trends, but often create them. And I believe the next wave of payments and banking experiences for businesses will be even more cashless, more frictionless, more invisible, and way more connected. And thanks to the strong push on digitization by the government, India is really changing every known paradigm of money collection. Let's look at payments. India is no longer a country with simple payment requirements. A kirana shop accepts payments with QR codes. A music teacher shares payment links via WhatsApp. A retail chain has self-checkout with POS. An influencer uses payment pages to create a digital store. A diamond exporter accepts dollars in his money saver export account with Razorpay. From diamonds to dosas and from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we are serving a diverse set of use cases and demographics. And I'm proud to say that we power payments across online, in-person, one-time, subscription, B2B, B2C, domestic, cross-border, payment links, payment buttons, WhatsApp, Instagram, and all kind of omni-channel interfaces that you can imagine. Be it building for enterprises or D2C brands, B2B exporters or retail chains, freelancers or global MNCs, we help accept payments at every single point for every type of business. And our innovations today have touched everyone on the digital literacy spectrum. To give you an idea, we have 1.4 billion people in this country. About 250 million of those transact digitally today. And almost all of them have used Razorpay at least once. And there are about 20,000 people attending the event today. And you know what? all of you would have interacted with Razorpay at least 5 times in the last 30 days, sometimes without even realizing it. Our POS devices cover more than 15,000 pin codes across the length and breadth of the country. And in the last 12 months, the highest single transaction that we have enabled has been on a government website for a whopping 26 crores. And our infrastructure has seen more than trillion API hits in last 1 year with a 99.99% uptime. Razorpay's platform never sleeps. Now let me recap some of the launches we have done in past 1 year. For enterprises, we launched India's first AI-powered router optimizer. On the UPI front, we launched UPI Turbo, which is India's fastest UPI payment solution for businesses. Our Success Rate Booster Suite uplifts conversion for marquee brands like Flipkart, Zomato, Zerodha, and many more. For D2C brands, our Magic Checkout product has created a massive impact with 40% gain in conversion rate, 50% reduction in RTO, and more than 20% uplift in conversion for EMI payments via our affordability suite. We have created India's first money saver export account for B2B exporters. This allows Indian exporters to accept payments from more than 160 countries and save on bank transfer fees by a huge margin. And that's not all. Over the last few months, we have partnered with many industry leaders and banking institutions and financial institutions to build new technologies that will enable all of you to disrupt better. With NPCI, in addition to UPI Turbo, we were the first payment gateway to launch credit lines and credit card on UPI in order to democratize credit access in the country. With Visa, we launched debit cards as a payment method for mutual funds and stock brokerages. And if you ask our team working on FTX, they would say that Chai has been our biggest partner for the last 1 month. Because India runs on Chai and WhatsApp, we partnered with and enabled native payments on WhatsApp. This means that we'll facilitate conversational commerce for 400 plus million consumers and millions of businesses operating on top of WhatsApp in India. In fact, we have launched more than 100 plus features across our payment stack in last 1 year. That's more than any other payment gateway in the country. And that's just on online payments. As you all know, we ventured into the world of offline payments in 2022 with the acquisition of EasyTap. Today we call it Razorpay POS. And we have made remarkable strides here as well. Businesses are already using more than 500,000 Razorpay POS devices across 15,000 pin codes. And our innovation mindset is already bearing fruit. We recently launched India's first instant refund solution for failed UPI payments on POS devices. This is huge because it allows refunds to happen in 2 minutes. 2 minutes versus the industry standard of 5 to 6 business days. This takes away the entire pain, grief, anguish between the customer and the cashier over a failed or stuck payment at the store. And how can we venture into a category of offline payments without having the urge to disrupt it? Whenever I have strolled down any street in India, it doesn't take too long before we see a QR code. It's everywhere around us. Today, India has more than 27 million QR stickers and more than 10 million sound boxes. And despite all of that, the adoption of QR has been sluggish at best in organized retail, in large format retail stores. And what's been the challenge there? Traditional QR codes on POS devices aren't very user-friendly. Consumers take a long time to scan them, leading to long checkout queues. And for QR stickers, cashiers have to reconcile the payments manually, leading to lots of leakages. Today we are solving for all of this. I'm thrilled to announce our first innovation of the day India's first and only enterprise QR stack, and an all-in-one dynamic QR device. This new device will solve all challenges, all enterprise challenges for QR payments. And it's not just solving for hardware. We are solving end-to-end with AI-powered reconciliation, remote diagnostic capabilities, and digital bills for engaging the customers. At one-third the price of a standard POS terminal. This device will boost UPI and digital payment adoption in organized retail stores. Together, we'll bust queues, empower retailers, and usher in a new era of seamless omni-channel commerce. We see the possibilities being endless. Now moving on, most businesses today operate in an omni-channel environment across online, offline, social media, and many more channels. Over the last 12 months, we have worked on one particular innovation that would radically elevate your checkout experience and reimagine payment gateway as it is today. And to share more on that, let me invite on stage Khilan, our head of payments product, to talk further.
Hello everyone. It's great to be here. There's always innovation brewing at Razorpay. You want to transform the way payments are done in this country. Before I get there, let me walk you all through the history of payment gateway in India. So this is back in 2011. Early days as a buyer for me, I remember purchasing an iPod on eBay. Very lengthy checkout process. Redirection to another site just to make a payment. One more redirection to enter the OTP. Looked nightmarish. The entire time, I was worried if something breaks, I'll have to restart the entire checkout process again. Pressing the back button was something at the back of the mind that I would always worry about. This, folks, was the era of PG 1.0 in India. Even in this time, some of you in the audience, I was one of the transacting buyers. 10 million users used to transact even then, largely using a credit card, debit card, and net banking to some extent. Now, if we fast forward to 2015, came Razorpay, beautiful mobile-friendly checkouts, native OTP screens, no redirection, no fear of pressing the back button. I could transact at peace. India saw a new era of digital payments. From 10 million buyers transacting online, we went all the way up to a large 250 million users. Let's look a little at the future. In 2030, we believe there will be at least 600 million buyers making digital purchases in India. And a large majority of these 600 would purchase for the first time ever. At Razorpay, we have imagined and built a new payment gateway ground up for this new digital India, unveiling Razorpay PG 3.0. that, ladies and gentlemen, is a payment gateway 3.0. The only payment gateway that solves not just the payment journey, but the entire buyer journey. Let me walk you through a typical buyer journey. Most of us as buyers discover a product either on Google or Facebook or Instagram. From there we go on to browse the product details on a product detail page. You all want to read reviews, discover coupons, fill in an address if you like the product, and then make the payment. As you can see, payment is the last step of this journey. Why not solve for the entire journey? That's what Razorpay PG 3.0 is trying to do. I'm going to walk you through an example of what this means for all of you as buyers and for businesses sitting in the room as well. Let's take an example. A buyer Ram in Ranchi trying to purchase sofa set from Duroflex for the first time. It's a large value transaction. He's never purchased online from Duroflex. He isn't sure if the goods are actually going to get delivered to him. This is where Razorpay's trusted badge and buyer protection comes in. It allows Ram to make the purchase with peace of mind, ensuring best-in-class customer service and dispute resolution. In the process, Duroflex conversions go up. All a brand typically like Duroflex has is 5 seconds to build a trust with new users like Ram. Let's say Ram's decided and he's built trust with Duroflex because of the widget now. It's a large value purchase. He wants to look and feel the sofa. He can immediately identify the 2 nearby stores of Duroflex in Ranchi with the reserve online and pick up in store widget right next to add to cart. So Ram goes to the store nearby, sits on the couch, likes the couch, hopefully makes a purchase, but many of us are indecisive. Even after that, he's like, let me think about it tomorrow. Goes back home, now he's like, let me try and make the purchase. Now the last thing he wants online is for the purchase to be a 6-step checkout journey. As you can see on the left of your screen, a typical payment gateway 2.0 buyer journey could look intimidating for new buyers, especially when Ram is purchasing for the first time on Duroflex. Compared to that, as you can see on the right, with PG 3.0, this becomes a one-click checkout, one-click, boom, done. Sounds magical? This is possible. As Shashank spoke in the morning, most of us, most of the transacting buyers in the country are touched directly, indirectly by Razorpay at least 5-7 times a month. So most of us are logged into the Razorpay network, and that allows Razorpay to deliver a repeat buyer experience even to new users like Ram purchasing for the first time on Duroflex. This is not all. Ram, like many of us, is living in an era where there are a lot of distractions, impatience. So he somewhere drops off in the journey again. Next day he gets a WhatsApp notification from Duroflex. He clicks on the notification, and in one click he's able to make payments natively inside WhatsApp. Duroflex reduces abandoned cart in the process, again improving conversion through the journey in and out. And one or two last things from me. I am a big deal seeker, and I guess Ram and most buyers in India are deal seekers. Traditionally in 2.0, we would go to Google, search for the best Duroflex coupon, spend time, mostly get distracted, drop off again through the purchase funnel. 3.0 allows you to put the best possible coupon out there, personalized for the buyer in real time to improve the conversion for the buyer. Ram doesn't need to go out. He gets the best deal right then and there. Again, Duroflex's conversions keep going up and up. Now the basic journey is filled out. Let's look at the truly magical aspects of it. PG 3.0 understands all buyers like Ram, personalizes the entire journey, including pre-selecting shipping addresses, pre-selecting the payment method that he's going to use for a particular transaction, personalized offers, and many more. All of this powered through AI. And the last one. If you are a first-time buyer on a website like Duroflex, like Ram, 80-90% of such users prefer to use COD for their first transaction. And with PG 3.0, as you can see on the right, COD is natively built in. Brands like Euroflex don't love COD as much because of the returns, and we safeguard and protect brands with our RTO and returns protection. All of this again uplifting conversions and revenue for brands like Euroflex. And last but not the least, as a buyer, you want the entire buyer journey to be an extension of the brand you're purchasing, in this example Euroflex. PG 3.0 allows Euroflex to extend its brand online, fully customizable, flexible, tailored buyer journey on top of PG 3.0. This isn't all. We've just launched this last month. This is being tested by hundreds of merchants over the last couple of months, seeing an uplift of 30 to 50% in conversion. Will be available to the wider Razorpay community over the next 2 months. With the PG 2.0 era, India truly ushered a wave of digital payments. We think with 3.0, we're going to leapfrog and see a new wave of digital commerce in the country. Thank you. With that, let me invite Rahul Kothari, our CEO, for the next big unveil.
Thank you, Khilan. Hi everyone. I'm really excited about PG 3.0 and I can't wait for our customers to adopt and succeed with it. I keep meeting founders, CMOs, and business heads. There are 2 things common amongst us. First, we all seem to hang out at the same coffee shop at Kormangla, obviously. And second, we all keep talking about the challenges of growth and how to get that growth up with low burn. A lot of discussions are centered around strategies and tactics of improving customer acquisition. And once we are on top of it, we start looking at how do we improve revivals and reduce churn. A few months back, I was meeting CMO of a leading hotel chain for discussion on upgrading their payment gateway, PG 3.0, and we bonded over the similar challenges of growth. She wanted more travelers to come to the website and do bookings and reservations. Incentives seemed like very simple, obvious solution. However, it was much easier said than done. From sourcing the right target customers, to creating the right highly effective offers, to distributing those offers, and then finally tracking ROI. By the end of our conversation, we were convinced that there is no seamless, simple, intuitive way of doing this. And she's not the only one who is facing this challenge. CMOs across the world spend more than 40% of their average order value to get the first transaction on the platform, and then 15 to 20% for returns. Customer funnels beyond a point start looking like a treadmill. You keep running very fast, but you are not moving forward. This running changes today. The solution to break the paradox of sustainable growth, Razorpay Engage. Well, everyone, I have a question for you. Why did a marketeer break up with her boyfriend? Well, he was not engaging enough. And with the marketing growth platform, we will make sure your customers don't break up with you. Engage, ladies and gentlemen, is India's first fully integrated, intelligent growth marketing platform that runs on Razorpay's payment infrastructure. Now here is a powerful use case for Engage. CMO of a known coffee chain, Third Wave, was looking at giving gift cards to promote trials of the new flavor of coffee they had and then repeats. The traditional existing gift card platforms only solves for issuance, but then one need to solve for distribution and tracking of those cards, and it's frustrating that there is no solve for it. Engage with a simple out-of-the-box solution solves for issuance, distribution and discovery across channels and partners. And that too with a single campaign management tool. Now, isn't that a perfect brew? To summarize, Razorpay's Engage helps you take charge of your growth journey via knowing your customer better both online and offline, by creating customized incentives for them and then targeting them with the right incentives and then reaching out to them via a single platform across Google, WhatsApp, Meta and Razorpay's merchant and banking partners. And finally, enabling acceptance of reward points across businesses and also personalized coupon codes. All in all, it helps you to break the frontiers of the growth for new channels. Razorpay's Engage platform has rewards which are powered by more than 20 financial institutions, including banks, networks, and co-branded FinTech issuers. It is the largest collection of rewards portfolio in a single window. On the business side, we have more than multiple brands, in fact, working with us with offers and gift stack such as Swiggy, Ferns and Pattles, and many more. In the beta phase itself, these businesses have engaged with more than 5 million consumers. And that's absolutely amazing, given it's just in the beta phase. Ladies and gentlemen, so far, today we have launched Enterprise POS, PG 3.0, and now with this launch, we foray into the domain of growth marketing through Engage platform. But we are not done yet. There is more to come. So let me invite Arpit Chug, our CFO, to take these launches forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Looks like Razorpay Engage will make growth hacker term from the past and make growth predictable. Maybe that will finally bring some peace between chief marketing officers and CFOs. Talking of CFOs, last year I met a friend who heads finance in a young startup, and he told me he was really unhappy with their vendor management system. They were making duplicate payments, regular payments were getting missed or delayed, and he was getting marked on a gazillion approval emails. His procurement team was spending half of their time doing clerical work, and I knew that he was not alone. Over the last year, we've spoken to over 300 finance leaders, and they all agree the payables process is broken. To give you an idea, 80% were dissatisfied with their payables process. There were issues in audits, mistakes everywhere, CFOs struggling with custom access controls, reconciliation, managing budgets. It is a total mess. And my question is why? Why is this happening? Why problems that can be solved by software are being handled by people? Why rely on manual processes that lead to errors? Why block your working capital by making duplicate payments? That's too many whys. So we'll give you an X. At Razorpay X, our business banking platform, we decided to do something about it. Introducing the Razorpay X source to pay suite that takes care of everything. from vendor sourcing, onboarding, managing budgets, payments, to reconciliation. I told you it takes care of everything related to vendor management. But let me talk about the top 3 offerings in our source to pay suite. First is the Razorpay X vendor shield that rates and validates vendors across a bunch of parameters, post which vendor onboarding is breeze. It's integrated with all the major ERPs, which makes accounting and reconciliation very easy, and smart payables, which track and manage budgets for the CFOs. Our source to pay solution gives you absolute and maximum financial control. We are currently powering 1,000 businesses on this platform, and in the next few months, expect that number to go to more than 10,000. We launched Razorpay X 4 years ago with the vision to simplify all your financial operations in one single platform. Today, Razorpay powers 5% of India's IMPS transactions. We've enabled credit access for over 15,000 businesses, and for payroll, we've processed over 1.5 million employee payslips. We love solving for CFOs. Payouts, payroll, tax payments, escrow, the list goes on. And now with source to pay, CFOs have one less thing to worry about. That's it from me. Let me invite Harshil back on stage to take this innovation loop forward. Thank you.
As somebody building tech products, when you come across a technology that has such enormous potential, such limitless possibilities, that you feel like a little boy with a new Lego set. Because you're thinking, my God, what all can I create with this? That Lego set is with you in the living room, on the lunch table, basically everywhere you go. That is how I feel when I think about the power of AI and what all it can do for FinTech. Our work with AI began years ago when we started leveraging ML and AI to build great products. And as that tech has evolved, so has our usage of it. Today, AI is the backbone of our product stack. It's an integral part of nearly everything that we build, making our payments safer, faster, and more robust. Razorpay is all in on AI. So allow me to introduce you the all-new Razorpay AI Nucleus, the AI engine that powers our payment infrastructure. We wanted to challenge the idea that only data scientists can work on AI. So we empowered the larger Razorpay engineering team to also become AI and data science engineers. And today we have hundreds of engineers who are innovating on it compared to a handful 12 to 18 months ago. And in last 1 year alone, we did build over 96 prototypes and launched over 28 products using AI in some shape and form. Let me give you an example. As an e-commerce business, when you're looking for payment solutions, you need 3 things. You want to go live as soon as possible, you want the best success rate, you want protection from fraud and revenue leakage. I'm happy to tell you that AI is helping in all 3 of these. With our dockless AI integration, you can be ready to go live in just 10 minutes. Just copy paste the AI generated integration code and you're good to go. With AI powered dynamic routing, we've improved transaction success rate by almost 5%, so you can deliver seamless customer experience. With OmniRecon, we're automating the entire reconciliation process, helping CFOs keep cash leakage to a minimum. There are 2 more features I'm going to talk about today. We know that fraud chargebacks are a major obstacle for any business accepting international payments. Fraud chargebacks add cost and revenue pressure to the business. And for a scaling business, these costs can quickly balloon to very large amounts. Today we have good news for you. To help tackle this problem, we are launching our chargeback protection program, Fraud Shield. Fraud Shield harnesses the power of AI to prevent fraud before it happens. We are so confident about the possibilities of this product that we make you a promise today. that once you opt for this feature, if you suffer any fraudulent chargeback, Razorpay will entirely cover that amount. And I'm not done yet. Another common fraud that we see in e-commerce marketplaces and D2C brands is return to origin orders, causing multi-crore losses to any business offering cash on delivery on their website. Thanks to our AI-powered RTO product, we can now prevent RTO frauds before they happen. Again, we promise you RTO protection. So once you opt in for this feature, if you suffer a loss because of fraudulent RTO order, Razorpay will take care of that cost. And of course, how can I finish talking about AI without talking about an AI assistant? Say hello to Ray, India's first AI concierge for all things payments, payouts, payroll, vendor payments, and so much more. So Ray is here to help to deliver seamless assistance and unparalleled convenience. Let me show you how. Let's meet Rajiv, a stellar entrepreneur who sells t-shirts online. Rajiv is generally aware of his settlement cycle and knows that money hits his bank account by 1 p.m. He's expecting a big settlement today and he's already committed to a few vendors on the same. But it's already 3 p.m. and his settlement has not come. Naturally, he's anxious and reaches out to Ray. So as you can see, Ray just didn't ask the questions for Rajiv. It just didn't tell him that it's a bank holiday, but it also helped Rajiv get money settled instantly via Razorpay instant settlements. Ray doesn't just give information, it will take a step forward and look out for you. Let's take a look at another situation. Rajiv is now scaling his brand and notices that some of his customers are dropping out due to a failed payment. Again, he reaches out to Ray for a solution. As you can see, Ray just didn't identify that the payment for Rajiv had failed. It also nudged Rajiv to get the customer back by sending a payment link. Ray just helped Rajiv get a lost customer back. That's the power of Ray for you. And like Ray, everything we build at Razorpay is built with one community in mind. It's you, the business owner, the entrepreneur, the founder, the disruptor. And on that note, I want to play a short film before we close this keynote. This film that you're going to watch gives me goosebumps every time I see it. Not just because it reflects the 9 years of building Razorpay as a founder, but it represents a resurgence of a new India. An India that is powered by disruptors like you, who dare, dream, and disrupt the current paradigms to solve for 1.4 billion Indians. At Razorpay, we exist to ensure that these disruptors and believers never have to walk alone.
It's Friday afternoon. You're signing an office check, and you realize it's been exactly 5 years since you quit to start your own company. You think of all the events you attended, the books you bought, and the jargons you picked up. You think of your first office, and the people who wonder if you really have one. You think of all the times you doubled up, as a receptionist.
He's not available right now, but can I take the message?
As the one-man payroll department, and also, of course, the office boy. You think of your first coffee machine, your first visiting card, your first order, and how to put you on cloud 9, and then back to the basement as the office boy. You think of the Mondays you gave everyone off, and the next Sunday you had to call them to work. You think of the office furniture you paid for, and the salaries you skipped, and the pizzas you ordered. You remember all the drives you had looking forward to a good meeting, and all the ice creams you had on your way back from a bad one. You think of the FDs you broke to finance that annual offset. You think of all those pitches you made to investors who promised funding and then pulled out just before your launch. To friends who told you you're the next big thing and then refused to take your calls. To parents who sounded worried even as they tried to give you courage. And to that promising coder from college who quit after just 1 month to join a bigger firm. You think of that one night when you reached the verge of shutting it all down. You think of how far you've come since that night. And you realize that 5 years ago, all of this was just a small belief. Those who believe will never walk alone. Razorpay, outgrow ordinary.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us and patiently hearing us today. We'll continue to champion you on the other side. The rest of the day at FTX Today is curated to help you hear and understand from industry experts on how businesses like yours can leverage FinTech to flourish and grow for decades to come. So let's dare to dream and disrupt together. Thank you all.